Dex. Now, Dex is a side-scrolling RPG with a cyberpunk feel to it, and an absolutely beautiful woman with blue hair, so massive props there. This is a game I saw at EGX Rezzed, and I've got to say, it's got the coolest press kit I've ever seen in my life. I know that's not much to go on, and I know it's not really going to affect your judgment, but I want to talk about this for a minute. Most press kits I ever get are like a sheet of A4 paper, or a bit plain and boring. Nope, Dex gave me a full pop-up book of information, and it's great. There we are, that's my fanboy over the press kit gone. What is Dex? Dex is a game developed by Dreadlocks Limited. It's, as I said, it's a side-scrolling RPG type game, which is coming out for Windows, Linux, Mac, Ouya, and Wii U. So it's got a lot of coverage. And it will be priced at $14.99 if the press kit's anything to go by. Now, one thing I will say before we jump into the game, I hate getting early access to these RPGs. Mostly because it's really hard to come up with a recommendation based on a pre-alpha, which this is. This is definitely pre-alpha. Purely because there's always going to be a lot more missing from an RPG than, say, from a shooter. But let's dive in and take a look at what we have got to play with at the moment. I'm probably going to leave these loading screens in because there's going to be quite a few of them, so just be warned. So this is the titular character, Dex. And I'm going to say the art style is really, really good. It's gone for this kind of hand-drawn comic book style, which I think works really well for this. Because, as you'll notice, it is a truly 2D game. And what is the point of Dex? Well, basically, it's a cyberpunk future. So, as you can imagine, dystopia is among the issues. And you have to complete quests, such as this one. From Georgie. The world's going to hell. Oh, you think? You know what's going on, right? Not really, no. I'm one of the privileged 1%. I'm working on my magnum opus. A work that will shift our understanding of technology forever. You might understand. You know, you don't look like the typical kind of cultural hero. Appearance might deceive. I worked for Samino Industries before the big gap. Again, don't expect much backstory. This is pre-alpha. Yeah, and? Well, things happened. I lost my job. I lost my job in 50. I'm assuming that's the year, like 30, 50 or something. Couldn't find another for 2 years. Everyone said I'm too old school to work in IT. Yeah, you've got to stay up to date with these things, mate. Technology advances pretty quickly. Go on. I collapsed. Depression, anxiety, the cash ran out. It was all a snowball effect. Now I live on the streets, but I continue with my work. Only... how can you afford a computer if you're broke? I'm still down in the blues, anxieties. I need medication to keep my work. You get me those and I'll be able to finish my great work. What's in it for me? You help an old man get off from the streets, and once I finish my work, I'll remember you. Why don't you get the meds yourself? I could before. Now I'm in serious shit. You might be the first person to talk to me for the last month. Except the hobos from around. Really, I have no strength to leave this place and get them myself. In other words, you can't buy any more because they think you're making meth. Okay, I'll get something for you. Right, that's our first quest. Pretty simple. Go and get antidepressants. I do love the music in this game, by the way. I think it's absolutely fantastic. But as you'll watch when the scene transitions, like now, now we're out of the bum town. Things are a bit more lively with our hologram dancing dragons. That's kind of cool. Now, this first quest you get to get antidepressants, I've done a little bit of research in this game. I played about an hour and a half of it before this. Now, you can go to a store and buy the antidepressants. Apparently I don't look like a depressed person. What, is my blue hair not blue enough? And you can buy them. Or, if you're a smart person, you leave the store. Literally almost every store sells antidepressants in this current build. And you run around the city looking for places to steal them from. Because this world is pretty damn big, actually. There's a lot of things you have to realise are subject to change, but at the moment, this is a perfect example of how you've always got like more than one way to do something. I could have taken the lift, or I could have gone up here. And through this, what looks like a whorehouse, I'm not going to lie. Hello. Yeah, this world is a lot bigger than it looks. Because there's bits where you have to go underneath, bits where you can jump up to, bits you can't even access until you've got your first augmentation. Which I hopefully will show you very soon. Is there anywhere I can steal antidepressants from down here? No. Because you don't start with much money, and that's okay. Got to work your way up to these things. Oh, I haven't got any lockpicks, that's why. And you'll notice there's all these vending machines around town. These ones here sell energy drinks. And these ones sell condoms in case you need to shag someone in the street on a hurry. I'm not here to judge. Now, I could go to this drugstore. Or I could keep exploring and see if I can find a house I can break into. Because this game does have kind of a Metroidvania thing going for it. You can explore pretty much everywhere and you can find places and things. And hello, somewhere I can go into. Right, do you have a cabinet full of drugs? I certainly hope so. Aha! Yes. Pick up the antidepressants. And also you can pretty much rob anything. A lot of the city is run down like this, and at the moment the full city isn't even implemented, it's just like certain areas. But one thing I am glad of, if I load up the map acts as your fast travel. So at the moment these are the areas that we've got. We've got the scrapyard, the slums, the junction, Fixer's Hope, downtown, the Chinese Quarter and Taizhou. Taizhou is your starting area, or as I like to call it, Bumtown. So let's fast travel to there. This is something I always thought, like, the Castlevania games could have done with a fast travel map, because there's a lot of backtracking in those. But if you don't want to use the fast travel, you don't have to, and you can play it in full Metroidvania glory. Have you got some of those pills? Yes, I've got your drugs. There we go. And I gained 120 experience. Lovely. Okay. Welcome back. I'm fine now. We can talk about my research if you want. Yes, please. I found a severe security breach in the worldwide network. Oh my god, you're responsible for Heartbleed. I made preliminary tests and all my predictions seem to be correct. To further progress with the research, I need to get out of the street. Well, that's understandable. I used the security breach to create a new virus. Purely invisible, undetectable. I get it, what's my part in this? You know it, around the city. I need you to upload the virus to vending machines in Harbour Prime. 5 samples will be fine. If it all works out, and this we'll find out soon enough, the virus will provide us with minor percentage of each transaction. It will look like a statistics error, while giving me enough money to buy clothes and rent, and, you know, just general living expenses. What do you think? It's a crime. It's illegal, but we won't be stealing money from people. The machines around the city are owned by 3 major brands who operate all over the world. They will barely notice, and regardless, whether they know or not, it won't ruin them. Okay, I'm on it. Pain in the arse. Yeah, so the first thing you do in this is hack vending machines. So away we go. I've got to say as well, the animation in this is absolutely great. It works really well with the style of the game and the feel of it. And here's just another example of how every district has its own theme to it. Or should I say theme tune. Now, we're looking for vending machines. Oh, there's two down there. I hack you. And I'll hack you. And if I remember right, there's a condom machine coming up. Nope. I think it may have gone the other way. Now, I'm not going to show you how the lockpicking works because at the moment it's not even in the game. There's the condom machine. Hacked. I am an uber hacksaw. Right, where were the other ones? They were... I'm not going to bother running all the way. I think there was some in Fixer's Hope or the Junction. I think it's Fixer's Hope. As you can see, the loading times aren't even that bad as well, so... You do get a little bit of a break from the techno music, and 4 out of 5, and where's that condom machine? 5 out of 5, there we go. Now, I'll be fast travelling a lot, because I want to try and cover as much of this as possible, so back to Taijo. And back down to see our bum friend. Nice to see you here. I was observing your progress. Every single one worked to our benefit. You mean your benefit? What I mean is, we're undetected and each transaction with vending machines transfers a small amount into my account. Well, that's good to hear. Here's the reward I promised. I can't give you cash right now, but I believe you'll find these useful. Quite old memory chips, but still valuable for someone like you as far as I can tell. Okay, thanks. Alright, I've got 3 data chips, 300 experience. I have absolutely no idea what the data chips are for. And unfortunately, I can't find out because at the moment, buying and selling from shops isn't really implemented in the strictest way possible either. Again, pre-alpha, expect this kind of thing. One thing I can show you, though, is this. Right, if you observe my jump height now, because what I'm about to do is I'm about to go and get my first augmentation. Hello, oh... What the hell is wrong with your face? You even look like an evil genius. You want hardware? Cyberware? Yes, please. Right, I can't afford the nanite blood at the moment. But I can afford my artificial limbs. Right, buy those. And the next slot are going to cost me a lot of money. And if I go outside now, I can show you what they actually do. My artificial limbs, by holding down the shift button, I can do this. I can jump even higher, but I hit the ceiling, so let's go out somewhere a little better. There we go. Right, normal jump. Right, normal jump. Big jump. Now you'll notice when I purchased that upgrade, it said limits reached on the other ones. The reason for this is, you have to go into your character sheet, and I think the idea is you can have offline or make them online at random. Well, as you choose, really. And I think basically the limit is you can only have 1 active at a time. Maybe later on in the game you'll be able to get 2 online at a time with another upgrade, I don't know. But as you go through the game as well, you will also accrue these skill points, which you can put into stuff like endurance, lockpicking, combat, unarmed combat, hacking, and what looks like engineering. Now, I've never got a skill point in the current pre-alpha build, because unfortunately the pre-alpha build lacks the ability to save as well. So yes, I'm currently playing through bits I've done. But this is how the interface works with the shopping. You go to a store, trade, and you can buy stuff like sunglasses to make yourself look cool, med kits, firearms, lockpicks, antidepressants, porn magazine for some reason. Naturally, that was the first thing I bought, but there we are. And as I said, it doesn't really work all completely at the moment with the buying and the selling, and that guy's quest, I know, doesn't work. So, let's have a mosey around the city and see if we can find another quest. I really am getting into this music. Oh, we'll take the lift this time. There we go. Right, it's looking for someone who has got something for me to do. Something for me to do. The only thing I'm currently finding that annoys me with the controls is when you try and do stuff like this. When you just go left and right, you will automatically go upstairs. But to go past them, you kind of have to hold down, and you either do it like that, or you kind of stumble past. But like I said, that's the only complaints I can have. The controls seem to work perfectly fine, what's currently implemented anyway. Let's see if the drugstore guy has a mission for me. Hello. I'm looking for work. I appreciate your offer. However, I don't know you, and which is more important, I don't need any help right now. I think you need some help not looking evil. The mohawk, sunglasses, beard combo doesn't really work for you. Right, leave. Since you're getting miserable as sin. Let's see if we can find anywhere else. Anyone here want to give me a mission? Give me purpose. Please give me purpose. No, nothing in there. There we go. That's what the super jump's useful for. Getting out of holes. Also, stuff like this. Because as I said, the world is completely explorable, and there are a lot of places you can't get to unless you've got stuff like the super jump or your respirator. As you can see, we're now in the slums, so hopefully someone around here will have something to give me purpose. No. This is the furthest along you can go at the moment in the current build. Anyone in here? No. I'm discovering as much about this game as you are at the moment. Because I've never really been to this part of town. Nothing in there. Anything down here? A locked door. Yeah, with lockpicking currently not implemented, you can't really do that much. There we go. What's this way? Keep out. Okay. Sergeant. Oh. Okay, apparently you walk through there, you get shot. That's not good. Because at the moment, like I said, with no save, you have to kind of start all over from the beginning. This is definitely a game I want to keep my eye on, because I like RPGs, I just don't get to play them all that often. And this one has the makings of some really good stuff. It's got that cyberpunk-esque vibe, which I really, really love. The music's fantastic. The design work is great, even though some of the people look very, very evil. And Dex looks like the kind of women I date. But there we are. But also, I like the idea of this fully explorable world, and you need certain things to... Wow, that is some cool graffiti. God is an alien. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been confirmed here, God is an alien. Where was I? Yeah, this is definitely one to keep your eye on. It's currently on Steam Greenlight, and I would highly recommend going to vote for it, because I think it's fantastic. I'll put a link in the description as usual. And unfortunately, there's not much more I can do in this game because, like I said, it's pre-alpha. There's some stuff not implemented and some stuff still being worked on, I'd imagine. But it does seem to be a fairly decent game. If you're concerned about frame rate, I'm getting a very solid 60 frames per second. I'm hoping it's not locked at 60, but I've got a slightly aging system now. If it is locked at 60, not too bad, because it's a side-scroller and that kind of works. It's got that kind of Castlevania, Metroid-y kind of thing. Particularly reminds me of Symphony of the Night, actually. Although that might just be the way the character jumps and moves around with the cloak and everything. But yeah, this has been my first impressions of Dex. I think it's actually pretty well designed. Your character stands out a lot more than she really should, though. I'm hoping that's just because she's from the overprivileged 1%, like I said, but what else can I say? This game has got so much going for it. Oh, hello. I'm looking for a job. I don't need a bodyguard or an assistant. Yeah, there's a lot of people like this. Job rather. It's a job rather than an offer. Antiquities. Anything older than 2K, not just weapons, anything. Engines, machine, watches, paintings. What exactly do you want me to do? As I said, it's not a typical contract, just an offer. You stumble upon something dusty, something looking old and worth collecting, you bring it here. Okay. Again, I can't really see that being anywhere but the junkyard. At the moment, you get shot when you go in the junkyard, and you've got no way to defend yourself. So I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to give you my final thoughts. As I said, Dex has a lot going for it. It's very promising. Totally worth your time. And I honestly can't wait to see what comes up later in development. I'm going to be following this one very closely. But that's just because I'm a cyberpunk nut. So, until I see you again, I've been Salis. She's been Dex. And I will see you next time.